This is 2012 question 2. For each of the following numbers, tick below. Tick in the correct box, say whether it's rational or irrational. First of all, what is a rational number? A rational number is a number like 3 over 2 minus 7 over 3. They're numbers that can be expressed as fractions, okay? These are rational numbers. Whole numbers like 10, 20, minus 30 and 100, they're also considered irrational numbers because they can be put over the number 1. These numbers in question are rational numbers. An irrational number, if you put a rational number into a calculator, like as an example, minus 7 over 3. If I put minus 7 over 3 into the calculator, what you'll see is, first of all, it can be expressed as a fraction. Secondly, you'll see that little dot above the 3. That means it's a reoccurring pattern. That means it's minus 2.3333. That means it's that's a sign of a rational number. Irrational numbers are stuff like square roots. So the square root of 3 as an example. First of all, you can see that root 3 cannot be written as a fraction. Secondly, you notice that there's no dots anywhere, which means there's no pattern. That means it's an irrational number. Now what we're asked in this question is, we're asked the following. We're asked that a equals root 2. So first of all, is root 2 rational or irrational? Because it's irrational. You put it in the calculator, there's no pattern, no decimal, it's irrational. Next one, a, that's root 2 minus 1. What's root 2 minus 1? That number take away 1. So, and make sure the 1 is outside it. So, is there any pattern there? No. So, it's also irrational. Next one, minus a squared. So, it's minus root 2 squared. Put that into the calculator. Minus root 2 squared. What happens here then? 2. Rational. Okay, a minus 2 squared. So that is, in effect, that is root 2 for a. Then take away 2 and make sure that it's outside the square root sign. Square it out. Rational or irrational? Rational or irrational? Irrational, no pattern. And finally, 1 plus root 2 squared. Anybody know that one? Why is it rational, Sean? It's the number 3. Any whole number is considered rational. Okay? There's no third, so there's no squared sign. There we go. Oh, sorry, it's rational. Yeah, I did that last time as well, didn't I? Yeah. So it's actually rational. Sorry, it's equals 3. Now, show the following numbers on the number line below. What is a again, guys? 1.414. So where's 1.4? Around there. That's a. What's minus a? Minus 1.414? 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So that's minus a. Because minus root 2. Because a is root 2. Therefore minus a, which would be minus root 2, is minus 1.4. Alright, root a. That's a difficult one. That means the square root of 2. You have to square root it twice. Okay, so it's going to be root 2. And we get 1.189. So 1.2-ish be around here. And that'll be root a. And then finally a to the minus 2. What's that, guys? A to the minus 2? It's going to be root 2 to the power of minus 2. Replace a with root 2. And then do it to the power of minus 2. And you find out the answer is a half. A half is located 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's located at 0.5, which is a to the minus 2. Everybody right with those? Use calculator, find the answer. Okay. Verify it is a root of this equation. What can anybody tell me what exactly is a root? What does the word root mean? Anybody know? It means it's a solution. What does the word solution technically mean? What happens when I get a solution? When you replace x with your solution, what should happen to the equation? It should balance or equal 0. Okay? So if x is a root, if this is a root, this means one of the answers to my question is this here. Sorry about that. One of my answers is this here. So that's one of the answers. So all I have to do is replace it back in. 3 minus root 2. So 3 minus root 2 squared. 6 minus 3 minus root 2. I'm not going to multiply that out because I don't have to. So all I have to do is this. 3 minus root 2 squared. I'll put that down as 11 minus 6 root 2. I'll do the next part, then it'll be minus 6 multiplied by, minus 6 multiplied by 3 minus root 2. Put that into the calculator as well. Square it out. Oh, sorry, it's not squared. Excuse me. Yeah. Now, minus 18 plus 6 root 2. And then finally plus 7. What cancels? 6 root 2 cancels with the other 6 root 2. So it's going to be 11 minus 18 plus 7. What can you tell me about 11 minus 18 plus 7? 0. 0 equals 0. It balances. It's an equation. Some other people would do the minus b formula. Some people try to solve it using the minus b formula. If you do it that way, you'll find two answers. Your first answer will be 3 plus root 2. Your second answer will be 3 minus root 2. And that's like, you just have to say, look, I just showed you that that's one of the answers. Technically, it's not verifying, but it's a good attempt. Okay? Sorry? No, I don't think so. But it's better than nothing. Okay? So, if you see the word verify, it means put the answer back into the original equation. If you try the minus b formula, it's what I'd say is a good attempt. But we'll put you on the board anyway if you forget what verify means. Okay? Now, this one here, I am sure we would have, yeah, we'll do it. Okay, where is the point Z going to be located? Z is located where? 1 minus 4. Where's 1 minus 4? 1 across and 4 down. That is the point Z there. Now, what's minus 2Z? Minus 2 times whatever Z is. And what is Z? 1 minus 4, right? That makes it minus 2 plus, sorry, minus 2 minus 8i. Where's that located? Minus 2 minus 8i. Plus 8i, thank you. Minus 2 across and 8 up. It's minus 2Z. Okay? Show that 2 times the modulus of Z equals the modulus of minus 2Z. Can anybody tell me what do these two big vertical lines mean? Who said distance from the origin? It's good, whoever said it. It does mean distance from the origin, okay? So, to get the distance from the origin, it's the real squared plus the imaginary squared. So, let's start off with Z. What is the modulus of Z? So what's the real part of Z, guys? What's the real part of Z? The real part of Z is the 1. What's the imaginary part of the Z? Just the minus 4, not the I. And you put that into your calculator and you get root 17, okay? So you know straight away that Z equals root 17. What does that technically mean? It means that my distance of Z back to the origin is root 17. Can anyone in the class suggest a different method for getting the same answer? The distance formula in coordinate geometry will get you the same answer. If you call that 0, 0, and you call this point 1 minus 4, the distance formula in coordinate geometry gets you the same answer. The distance formula is in your tables, but this one, that's not in your tables. So it's your choice. You can learn it off, or you can remember that the distance between 2 points is given to you by the distance formula in coordinate geometry. Okay, so that's your call. Now, what's next is I found out what Z is. Now I have to find out what the modulus of minus 2Z is. Once again, it's the square root of the real part squared plus the imaginary part squared. What's the real part of minus 2Z? Minus 2. What's the imaginary part? 8. You put that into the calculator and you find out that it's 2 root 17. Yeah? What you think is actually going on here? That when we multiply it by 2, remember we multiplied it by minus 2 that time? When you multiplied it by 2, you doubled its distance away from the origin. Do you see that? See the way one line is, see the way the green line is twice as long as the black line? You've doubled its distance, okay? Now, to go back to the language of the question, what they asked me at the start was, is 2 times the modulus of z equal to the modulus of minus 2z? What do you think the answer is? Is it? Oh dear. Why? So, it's 2 times root 17 equals 2 root 17. 2 root 17 equals 2 root 17. Shown. Or verified, whatever you want to call it. They're the same number. Twice. Okay. What does part B tell you about the points you plotted in A? That we pointed 2 plots in A. We plotted Z and we plotted minus 2Z. What this tells us is that minus 2Z is twice the distance from the origin. What do I mean by the word origin? 0, 0. Twice the distance from the origin as Z. Okay, one of them is twice the distance of the other one. Okay. Anybody in the class tell me how to go about doing this one? Z plus K. First of all, if you take Z plus K on its own, for temp marks even, what is Z plus K? So Z is 1 minus, yeah, it's 1 minus 4i is Z, and then what's K? Plus K. So basically you have a real part and a imaginary part. The real part is 1 plus K. K has no i's in it, so that means it can't be the imaginary part. So you have 2 parts. The first part here, oh wait a minute, I want that, whatever that is. This part here is the real part. This part here is the imaginary part. So you found out a lot of information already. You know that the real part is 1 plus K, and you know that the imaginary part is minus 4. What do these 2 big vertical lines mean? It means the modulus. So when you get the real part and you square that, and then when you square the real part and you square the imaginary part together, the answer has to be what? 5. Okay. So what do we do here, guys? We replace the real part with 1 plus K, replace the imaginary part with minus 4, and then we multiply it out. See 1 plus K squared? Okay, 1 plus K squared, I take that out to the side, and you do it like this: 1 plus K by 1 plus K, and then multiply it out, and you get 1 plus K plus another K plus a K squared, and then you get 1 plus 2K plus K squared. That's all in there. And then multiply this by itself and you get 16. That equals 5. Now, we have a square root on one side. Any idea how to get rid of a square root? Square both sides. Okay, so you get 1 plus 2K plus K squared plus 16 equals 5. Then you get K squared plus 2K. That's going to be 17. Take away the 5. What's 17 take away 5? Oh, it is. Sorry about that. Who said that? Good man. So 17 minus 25. Okay, and then what's 17 minus 25? Minus 8. Okay. Now, it says 2 possible values, which means we have a quadratic equation, which means we have to get 2 values. What's the reference number? Reference number, anybody? Minus 8. 2 numbers that will multiply to give you minus 8, but yet when you add them, they give you 2. Plus 4 and minus 2. Then you can get k plus 4 equals 0, k equals minus 4, k minus 2 equals 0, k equals 2. Right? Question 4. What we see the way the half is on the outside, yeah? See the way the half is on the outside. What happens when we multiply a number by a fraction? So as an example, if I wanted to multiply 3 halves of 5, how do I actually go about doing that? No, you only get a common denominator when you're adding or subtracting or multiplying. So what do I need to do here? 3 times 5, 15, and technically 2 times 1, 2. Basically, top by top being 15 and maintain the bottom. Unfortunately, the calculator won't help you out here because it's algebra. So, as an example, you have a half by 2x, 7x minus 2. Remember what you did last time, you multiplied top by top. So it's 7x minus 2 all over 2. So you have to change that to 7x minus 2 over 2. Now, what you told me earlier, Sean, about the getting a common denominator, that only happens when you're adding and subtracting, and that's exactly what's about to happen. We have to add on 5, and then the answer equals 2x plus 7. But a very common problem is that, Dennis, they don't all have the same denominator. That's the problem, okay? So stick 2 top and bottom, because then it doesn't affect the number, because it's technically 10 over 2, which is still the number 5. So you haven't changed the value of the 5. Then you put a 2 on the top and the bottom here, and then you're going to multiply them in. Yes, it already has a 2 on the bottom. If it already has a 2 on the bottom, there's no need to change it. What happens is both sides, the 2's cancel. Okay? If you did it the other way, if you cancelled these ones instead, all what you're doing is you're just sending yourself back to the previous line. So you've made no progress. So instead of cancelling them that way, you're going to cancel them this way. Why am I allowed to cancel them again? There's an equal sign. It's a solve question. You can cancel in solve questions, but in simplify ones, you generally can't get rid of the denominator. Okay? So what do we have here then? 7x minus 2 plus 5 equals, it is plus 10, sorry. Plus 10, and it's 4x plus 14. Bring everything to one side, so we're going to get 7x. Yeah, I just tidied up first, but yeah, I'll do that now. 7x minus 4x equals 14 minus 8. 3x equals 6, x equals 2. Now, just while I'm here. Shh. Excuse me, guys. Shh. The next one. Lads, with this one here, we have a problem, okay? The problem is this. We can't directly compare them because none of them have the same. Okay. 3x minus 4. And then minus 1, 2x plus 1, and then equals a half. Now, the problem is exactly what you said. The problem is that the denominators aren't the same. So what you do is you take one denominator and you look at the other two denominators, the two it doesn't have, and then it basically adopts those two denominators. But do you see the way I have them coloured in red? Do you see the way they weren't there to begin with? Because they weren't there to start with, you have to also put them on the top then. Can anybody explain why do I also have to put them on the top? Because if I cancel them back off again, if I cancel them off with each other again, it's still the same number I start off the question with. So I multiplied the bottom and the top by the same amount, therefore I haven't changed the value of this number. Okay? So that's one of them done. Next one, it looks left and right and it sees the denominators it doesn't have. It hasn't got the 2 and it hasn't got the 3x minus 4. So that means on the top I have to put a 2 and a 3x minus 4. Okay, then the number 2 looks left and right as well, and what it sees is these two denominators here. So it says, okay, I'll have the two of them as well. 2x plus 1, 3x minus 4, and then 2x plus 1, 3x minus 4. Can anybody tell me what the next step is? Cancel the bottoms because they're all the same. Now, right there, if you just do that one part correctly, you're on a 8 out of 15 usually. You're on 55% marks for that question straight away, just by getting that far. Now, so next thing after that is we're going to have to multiply this out nice and calmly. So just multiply two of them at a time. First one is going to be 4 times 2x plus 1. The next one is 1 multiplied by 2, 2. And the next one is 1 multiplied by 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1. And don't try and do it all in one go. There's no point. Then after that, 8x plus 4 minus 6x plus 8. And then this part here, 6x squared minus 8x plus 3x minus 4. After that, guys, 8x minus 6x, 2x. 4 plus a, 12. 6x squared minus 8x. Oh, sorry, I did that wrong. Minus 8x plus 3x, I mean. Minus 5x minus 4. Shh. Move everything to one side. Minus 6x squared plus 2x minus 5x plus 12. I just moved everything here onto the other side. And then it's going to be a plus 4, isn't it? So we get minus 6x squared minus 3x plus 16. That's interesting. No, I will do. Just give me a sec. Multiply both sides by minus. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. So that is plus 7. Thanks. Multiply both sides by minus 1. 6x squared minus 7x minus 16 equals 0. Now, it's safe to say that you're going to be doing a minus b formula for that. Okay? So, a equals 6, b equals minus 7, c equals minus 16. You could, but it looks very difficult. I'd if it's that difficult, I'd err on the side of caution, like just do the minus b. So plus 7 plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. B squared being minus 7 squared minus 4 times 6 times minus 16 all over 2a. Now plus 7 plus or minus, I'm going to put all of this into the calculator. I'm not going to just put it all into the calculator. Trust the calculator. So what we get there is plus or minus root 433. Now, was I expecting an answer like that? Square root of 433. Read the question again. Correct to one decimal place. So yeah, I was expecting an awkward number that has to have a decimal. Okay? So there's going to be two answers now. 2 times 6 going to be 12. So there's two different answers. There's 7 plus root 433 all over 12. And there's 7 minus root 433 all over 12. And give the answer to one decimal place. You'll have x equals 2.3. Or you'll have x equals minus 1.2. Okay.